We don't know what we don't know, and we don't know until we know, you know? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, ELD 50. Well, how are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. I don't know if you watched my YouTube video last week, but I explained a little bit about what I'm doing this month, the month of July. This is a little bit of advice for me this month. One of the few things I can have is a naturally essenced beverage called LaCroix sparkling water. How you doing? Fantastic. I absolutely love sparkling water, and I'm not allowing myself to have naturally flavored stuff, only naturally essenced. So it's like the most marginal amount of anything in here to make it taste like something. Anyway, ELD 50. This July, I've started doing stuff and aligning with my beliefs like really heavily. And those things are, so the things that I'm doing every single day in July, no matter what, I'm doing my daily practices, the classic breathwork, meditation, and I'm sorting and organizing my tasks for the marathon blocks. And with that being said, I'm also doing 1 to 3 marathon blocks every day. And a marathon block is just 60 to 90 minutes of focused mahi, focused work, intentional work into the things that I'm trying to do in the world. And those things are daily non-negotiable task, which also slots into the marathon block, is a post for Kairos, the unconventional fitness brand. Whoa, there's a sign up there. How are you doing? And there's the products here. How you doing? May spells, rope flow, and I'm just trying to spread awareness of that with Gabrielle through Kairos. So that's one of the things that I have to be doing. Play guitar for 20 minutes or read a book, 5 to 10 pages, specific. Do my Duolingo lesson. I'm learning Portuguese, and I have been now for like 260 days. And on top of that, I'm eating only whole foods. I've already mentioned that, but that's like zero compromise. So no natural flavors or colors, none of the natural stuff that isn't really even natural anyway. And no things like bread, no things like pasta. The only things I'm having are fully natural, fully aligned with what I believe. And it feels fucking good. So with that being said, go me, right? Aren't I cool? Wow, I'm so cool doing all these things. But that's not why I'm making this letter. I'm writing this letter because it's reminded me of something that, every time until I align, I forget this feeling. I forget, I forget, right? And I only get this feeling again once I fully align with my beliefs. But I forget that that is what happens. Excuse me, I've just had dinner and I'm bloody full and this is fizzy. So there you go, have a burp. And I'm reminded of something, right? And that reminder is that I forget how energetically charged, how much life force that I get when I align. And that takes me to the opening part of this video. We don't know what we don't know, and we don't know until we know, you know? So actually, but for real, on a serious note, we don't know what it feels like to actually live in alignment until we are in it. We don't know what it's like to be in alignment until we're in it. We can't remember, or we don't know until we know, you know? Hopefully you get my point. This feeling is so hard to remember once we compromise on our life. Once we are back into doing the same old shit, it's hard to remember that feeling of being truly alive because it seemed like a dream. We then have the audacity to assume that life is poo and boring when we're back into that mundane feeling. But feeling energized, feeling aligned and activated, that isn't luck. It's an equation that only we as individuals have the answers to. My alignment looks different to yours. Your alignment looks different to mine and every other person on the fucking planet. How cool was that? We all have our own version of being aligned. And no podcast, no whatever is going to give it to you. You have to figure that out, your personal alignment. It's also a very scary thing to realize because we have to experiment with things and we have to find the solutions to our own alignment issues, if you will, if you want to call it that. I've said it before and I'll say it again. How do we know what it feels like when we simply haven't fully aligned with our highest potential? We do assume we know and that it wouldn't make that much of a difference when we fully align. But we have literally never fully aligned, so how the fuck do we know? Why are we assuming like, oh man, like even if I do those things, I won't even feel that much better. It's like, come on now, we don't even know that because we've never done that. So the audacity of us, our egos jump in and they just assume, you know, some bullshit. So we actually think we are so smart, but the truth is we don't actually know. And we only know when we know. And we only know when we're actually in it, doing it. We can't assume, we can't predict. So we will only know when the knowing is a felt sense of life force, enthusiasm for being alive and excitement to live. That's only when we know. And that's not a conceptual thing, that's a feeling that you get. So yet another reminder to myself, when things start to feel a little boring, a little repetitive, when the spark seems to have dissipated, when it's gone, that I will only remember what it is like to have the spark, when I truly align with the things that I believe. And that is up to me and my beliefs. No one else can tell me what that is. I need to figure that out for myself. You need to figure it out for yourself. Each time I take action and responsibility for the things in my life, I feel so fucking alive. Why do I assume every time that that's a coincidence when it is not? What can we do to be further aligned? Let's live. ELD 50, baby. Have a great week. Bang! That letter in my mind was a banger. I hope that you guys got something from this. And man, life is fucking crazy, isn't it? It's so confusing. What do you do? What do you spend your time doing? It's so difficult to know. And only you know for yourself. No personal coach, no YouTube video, no one can give it to you because your path is different to everyone else's. You are you, no one else is you. And it's a challenging one. But if you have an inkling inside of you, if you know something that you should be doing and you're not going to feel the full energetic life force of being alive, being activated, being stoked, being fucking here, alive. We're doing this right now. Here we are. You're only going to feel that when you fully align with the things that you're called to. If, for example, you're like me and you know you should be eating whole foods, you know you want to be expanding your skills of reading and guitar, you know you want to be moving every day, you know that you want to be putting out great creative work into the world, and you're not. If you're like me and you're not doing those things, this is my own shit that I'm speaking about, then of course I'm not going to feel so good. I'm now a week straight into absolutely crushing those things, and I'm feeling fucking incredible. Why is that a coincidence? It's not. It's an equation. Boom, I'm here because of the things that I'm doing. And we can all tap into that potential. And I guarantee you I'm going to fall back out of this and cycle back around. But I hope that I can close the gap between the cycles and continue marching forward on my life path, enjoying my time here. And I hope that you are too. So, with that being said, skål. Here we are, guys. We're fucking doing it. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to swag. I fucking got you. Let's go.